This time we are finally concluding Pop Punk Month a month and a half later. What's up, guys? This Punk Guy here. Thanks for joining me for another album review. Like I said, we're concluding Pop Punk Month. I know it's been a while since I've done an album review. I've just had a lot on my plate lately, so just bear with me. I know this album came out like a month ago, and I'm barely getting to it now, but it is what it is. Family priorities and stuff like that just come up. So anyway, let's get right into it. Danny Vapid and the Cheats 3. This is their third album, obviously. Anyway, kind of a little cool psychedelic, like, ooh, like I wish it came with like some 3D glasses or something like that. Pretty cool cover. Nothing much on the back, just the logo. And obviously this is the third release by Danny Vapid and the Cheats. I don't know why they did 3 as a title. It seems like a lot of bands are doing that, especially this year. Not really original, but this was released on Eccentric Records. And 2, the album was released back in 2016, which was 6 years ago. And I gotta say, that album really got me into Danny Vapid and the Cheats. I really love that album a lot. So I was really excited to see what this album would bring. If you guys don't know who Danny Vapid is, he used to play in Screeching Weasels. He is known for that Bay Area pop punk sound from the late 80s and early 90s. And a lot of his other band members are also in a bunch of other kind of predominant, well-known pop punk bands. Let's get right into the album. The first word that comes into mind about this album is expectations. And what do I mean by that? I mean is, I had a very different expectation coming into this album. Like I said, I loved the album 2 by them, and I expected more of that. I expected some more bouncy, happy, pop punk, South Bay sound. And this album, you don't get that at all. Or you get some aspects of it, but it's presented in a very different way. The best way I can put it, I've been trying to wrap my head around how this sounds different but sounds the same at the same time, is this is very much like a lullaby to me. There are no highs and lows in the album. It's very kind of like monotone. Even the drums have a very drum machine-esque sound to them, where there's no real bounce or no real kick, no bold sounds. Danny's voice is very soothing and very like a lullaby, just very calming when he sings. And I think the reason is because what they're trying to do in this album is take it to that next level. It's a more mature album. It's a pop punk adult album. So like I said, I really did have to scrap my previous thoughts about this band and really realize that Danny Vapid, you know, now has kids and stuff like that, and he's really talking about like mature stuff. So don't get me wrong, there's still those pop punk-esque trope type songs in this album. You know, like the love songs, the breakup songs, living life to the fullest. Songs, they're all scrambled within this album still. Songs like Dead Roses, Let Summer Work Its Magic, and Live a Little are very Danny Vapid and the Cheats-esque type songs constructed into this album. So there are some really deep songs on this album, like I said, some really dark themes that they deal with. Chase Away the Darkness is dealing with depression. Wow, that song is like an amazing song. When I was listening to the lyrics, I mean, it really did kind of make me emotional. I think it's a very relatable song that everyone can go through about, like, living life and this daily struggle. That is a really great song, and I really recommend you guys listen to it. So one thing about these tracks is there's a lot of being an adult and reflecting back and almost a nostalgic feel about your life. Songs like Bittersweet and The Time That We Get are songs. Also, one more thing. The Time We Get sounds very much like a Yellow Card song with that little guitar picking they do in the beginning. I just wanted to mention that. Like I said, they reflect on his past, looking back on kind of like his life, his mistakes that he's made. Were they worth it in the end? I don't know. It's very nostalgic feeling, and probably being close to his same age, I kind of have those same feelings looking back, regrets or certain highs and lows that you've had in life. But the writing is, like I said, it's really A+ on this album. And just the way his voice is really personifies that emotion of whatever he's trying to get across. And he does it to the best of his ability. And man, it's fucking amazing. I gotta say, those 2 songs specifically are something that are another personal heartbreaking moment for me, because I really do understand where he's coming from. So in conclusion, this review is a little bit different because I wasn't going to get into each individual tracks per se. I just wanted to kind of generalize it as a whole because I feel that you have to listen to this album as a whole. You can't really pick out songs in here and there because it's really a listening experience, and I don't really say that about a lot of albums, but definitely this album is a listening experience. Vapid's voice really takes that youthful pop punk sound and really matures it to the next level. I gotta say, I really did enjoy taking a couple more weeks to really let this sit and sulk into my soul while listening to this record, and it really gave me a new perspective. I'm gonna give this album a 4 out of 5 stars, and the only reason why I didn't give it a 5 out of 5 stars is because I still think the recording is a little flat. I would have liked to see some more lows and highs. So Vapid's voice really does the heavy lifting in this album. Whatever emotion he's trying to emote, it really does come through, whether it's pain, nostalgia, or joy. He really emphasizes it and really makes you feel and care about the lyrics that he's saying. And the best part is he does bring you on this journey of his life as a maturing adult. And it's really kind of a beautiful thing, actually. I gotta say that. It reminds me when I was a kid, I used to listen to the Get Up Kids when I would go to sleep because it would just kind of relax me. I listened to nothing but all this hardcore street punk, and I would just put on that album and it would just kind of help me mellow out. And I feel this album does the same thing. I can listen to, you know, like all this punk all day, but then I just put on that album at night and it really kind of just mellows me out and puts me in a good spot. So give this a listen, and remember, the key word here is expectations. Remember to let a band grow and mature. And they don't need to come out with the same thing consistently. Let them as an artist touch you in a different way. So until then, so like, add, and subscribe, guys. And I will see you at a show. Thanks for bearing with me, guys, on that long hiatus of album reviews. But I'm back, and I'm happy to bring you this Danny Vapid and the Cheats 3 album. So let me know, what did you guys think of this album? I really want to know. Let me know what other albums you want me to do coming up. If you got a band, hit me up. Let me know. This Punk Guy, Instagram.